was the third grade, the last day of school. A few girls came up to me who I didn't even know. And they're like, Jessica. I'm like, first, you know my name. And then second, they're like, we heard that you're repeating the grade. And I'm like, how did you hear that?
So first year at Hampshire, I bought a rat because I wanted an emotional support animal. And I named her Fiona, and she is still alive, and she's white, and she's soft, and she has pink eyes. She's completely albino, and she's adorable. She's really cuddly, because if you don't buy two rats, you have to hold the one rat a lot, or else it gets lonely. So I've done a lot of holding Fiona, and so we're like pals.
I don't know, my mom worked a lot. I didn't have extra help at home, so whatever I learned at school was what I got. So it was actually my choice, and I'm kind of proud of myself. In the third grade, I was like, yes, I will repeat the grade because it'll be the better choice later. My friends at recess were like, you can't play jump rope with us because you're not a fourth grader. And I was like, okay.
Last spring, I went to Alaska for a semester abroad, and I left Fiona with my then boyfriend, and we decided that it would be a good idea to keep her in a drawer instead of the cage because it would make it harder for him to get in trouble if we had like a fire drill, right? So we put her in the drawer. She hated the drawer. She climbed out the drawer, and this was all while I was in Alaska. I abandoned my rat, you know, this like animal that I love very dearly.
When I moved to a completely different setting, my mom and my family, and I moved in with my mom's boyfriend, and he lived in Suffield, Connecticut, which was like a wealthy area, and I had been in like a suburban, not country, but I don't know. So it was just different, and their expectations were even higher than the school I was in, so I was like, oh my goodness. I remember the first day of math class, I like cried at lunch because I didn't understand a word of what the teacher was saying.
So when I came back from Alaska, I found this tumor under her arm, this like little tiny like found a little marble-sized tumor under her armpit. You know, rats die that way. They always die of like tumors, or something worse, like an abscess or something.
My mother's example of like, even though something's really difficult, you know, putting your best effort is, you know, the best you can do.
I was like, I can take it. I don't care. Like, that's fine. I'll still love her, even if she's covered in tumors, right? Over the next 6 months, it grew to be the size of an eyeball. It was a huge tumor. It was like this big. It's huge. Bigger than an eyeball. Sorry. This is like, what is this? Fig Newton? No. I don't even know.
So I was always challenged, but I did always kind of tell myself, you know, you're trying, but you're not that great, type of thing. You know, we went from Suffield, where they were challenging me, and I still felt kind of like, you know, subpar. But then I was kind of like the, you know, the smartest person in my class. Well, not the smartest person, but, you know, I was smart at that school.
It got like the size of like 3/4 of a hacky sack. It was big. It looked like a giant boob, and nobody wanted to hold her anymore. And I was really sad whenever I held her because it was just like, what the fuck is this? And that would be the end of our time together, and I was going to accept it, and everything was going to be fine. My dad asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I couldn't really, I don't know. Like, I wanted like a lot of things that I couldn't have. And so I was like, could you get this tumor removed from my rat at the vet? And so that's what I got for Christmas. And I realized that getting that tumor removed from my pet rat saved her life. And like, I don't regret it at all.